The Japanese auto giant Toyota is not one to rest on its laurels. We barely have time to keep up with the new products. Here is one model, here is another, and at the same time an update for old acquaintances. A fresh example is the Corolla Cross. Last year, it was presented in Thailand for the countries of Southeast Asia, and now the crossover begins a world journey, a premiere in Europe and the USA, and, finally, from May 23, the start of sales in Japan. And although the Toyota Corolla Cross is not the kind of car that immediately makes the heart skip a beat with delight or excites the imagination, but for 2026, it has a little bit of freshness and interest, which gives it individuality and a little more character. The updates affected almost all versions, so the Corolla Cross has become more modern and interesting than before. And most importantly, a new product that will attract the attention of fans of the brand and lovers of a sporty style, the new version of GR Sport. More than 4 years have passed since the release of the Corolla Cross, and here is the first major update. It all starts at the front. The new frameless grille gives the front end more charisma and dynamism, while the headlights have become sharper and more modern, especially in the top version, which now has adaptive high beam. In addition, they are connected by a light strip that connects with the brand logo. The rear end has not been left out either. The taillights have received small ribs, but, according to Toyota, they help improve aerodynamics. Even the wheels have been updated. Now the entire model range has new 18-inch wheels, giving the crossover a new accent. The dimensions of the crossover remain unchanged: length 4,460 mm, width 1,825 mm, height 1,620 mm. The wheelbase is 2,640 mm and ground clearance is 160 mm. The Corolla Cross debuts in Europe in the GR Sport trim, although the GR Sport version itself has long been sold in other markets around the world. Using many years of experience in fine-tuning this version, Toyota has finally added it to the European lineup. It is very easy to recognize the Corolla Cross GR Sport. It is distinguished by stylish 19-inch wheels with a special finish, a unique radiator grille and a black Toyota emblem that adds aggressiveness to the image. And if this does not seem enough, then the exclusive two-tone storm grey paintwork, which can be selected for this configuration, gives the model additional individuality. In addition, the suspension of the GR Sport version is specially tuned and lowered by 10 mm for more rigid and sensitive control, and the power steering is tuned more sensitively. Also, the new Sport mode improves the response to the gas, increasing idle speed and enhancing deceleration. When you release the pedal, the car itself brakes more intensely, adding drive. The updated Toyota Corolla Cross is still offered with 2 hybrid power plants, both self-charging. The base hybrid 140 is powered by a 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine rated at 98 horsepower paired with a 95 horsepower electric motor for a total system output of 140 horsepower. The claimed average fuel economy is 5 liters per 100 kilometers. Acceleration to 100 kilometers takes 9.4 seconds, and the top speed is limited to 180 kilometers per hour. For those looking for a little more power, the Hybrid 200 goes further with a combination of a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine and an electric motor rated at 112 horsepower, for a combined output of 197 horsepower. Toyota specifically emphasizes the efficiency of both engines and also adds an important new feature: the Corolla Cross is now available not only with front-wheel drive, but also in a more powerful version with intelligent all-wheel drive. This significantly expands the crossover's capabilities, especially on slippery or snowy roads. A continuously variable transmission is used as a transmission in all models. The front-wheel drive version accelerates to 100 km per hour in 7.7 seconds, and the all-wheel drive version, even a little faster, in 7.6 seconds. The maximum speed of both options is 180 km per hour. At the same time, the front-wheel drive hybrid consumes only 5.1 liters of fuel per 100 km, which is very economical. The fuel consumption of the all-wheel drive version has not yet been announced, but, as a rule, it is slightly higher. In addition, versions with AWDI are equipped with a special Snow Extra mode, which adapts the control for better traction on snow. Now the Corolla Cross is not only efficient, but also even more confident on a snowy road. Inside the Toyota Corolla Cross 2026, everything has become fresher and more comfortable. The interior has received a number of practical updates. First of all, this is a redesigned central tunnel, which first appeared in the European version of the Corolla Cross. Now at the base of the console there are platforms for charging 2 smartphones at once instead of one. Wireless charging has become more convenient and functional. The buttons have moved to more convenient places, the cup holders have shifted, and the transmission selector, although it remains in the classic design, has acquired a new design. The 10.5-inch multimedia system screen and the digital 12.3-inch instrument panel complement everything. And the Toyota Smart Connect infotainment system supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In addition, Toyota took care of the comfort in the cabin. New soundproofing materials were used, making it quieter and more comfortable. The engineers also managed to significantly reduce the level of vibration and engine noise. The basic configurations of the Toyota Corolla Cross are quite simple, without frills. But the top version feels much more premium. There is spectacular artificial leather upholstery, heated front seats, a sunroof, atmospheric interior lighting, as well as a JBL audio system for connoisseurs of high-quality sound. The GR Sport version was not left without attention either. The interior received characteristic sporty touches. Seats with contrasting stitching and synthetic leather upholstery look not only impressive, but also emphasize the dynamic mood of the model. And if we talk about practicality, the Corolla Cross has 390 liters of luggage space, which increases to 1299 liters if you fold the second row of seats. An increased level of safety and comfort is now included in the standard Toyota Teammate, a modern complex that includes support for wireless updates. It includes the latest third generation of the Toyota Safety Sense system, supplemented by advanced assistance to help with driving and parking, and includes such systems as a frontal collision warning system with automatic braking, adaptive cruise control, lane control system, automatic switching of high beam to low beam and recognition of road signs. The updated Toyota Corolla Cross crossover will appear in European showrooms in the summer of 2025, and the sports version GR Sport will join the model line in the fall. Official prices have not yet been announced, but you can focus on the cost of the current version, about €39,000 in EU countries.